Welcome to today's class all about getting into our splits pose. This is a great class if you're a complete beginner or a little bit more advanced and you want to go deeper into your splits pose. We're going to be really working on our hamstrings, our hips, and our quads to really open them up, warm them up, preparing ourselves to get into that full splits pose. I want you to really pay attention to how your body feels throughout this practice. I don't want you to be feeling any sort of pain. If you're feeling any pain in any of these poses, I want you to adjust and slightly come out of the pose, finding a variation that works for you and your body today. With that said, when you're ready, grab your mat and let's begin to flow. We're going to start today in a reclined butterfly pose. Soles of the feet together, knees open, bringing your left hand to your stomach, right hand to your heart. Take a moment to relax the body and tune into the breath. When you're able to relax deeply into the body, we're able to take our flexibility to the next level. So make sure that at no point do you feel like you need to hold any tension or strain in the body. Try to relax and breathe through these poses. On your next exhale, gently bring the knees together. Tuck the knees into the chest, hug the knees in, and take a moment, just rock side to side, giving your lower back a gentle massage. From here, bring your hands to the backs of your knees. Inhale, flex the feet, straighten the legs out, and as you exhale, bend the knees, point the toes. Tuck the knees into your chest again. Inhale, extend in the legs, flex the feet. Exhale, knees to chest, pointing in those toes. Inhale, flex the feet, extend in the legs. Exhale, tuck the knees into your chest. Inhale, extend. And exhale, hugging those knees into your chest again. Make sure you're keeping your core engaged. Your entire back is flat onto the mat here. This time you're going to extend your legs out and we're going to hold here. Take a moment to massage the legs if that feels good for you. Keep the core engaged, feet are flexed, and we're breathing. You'll now take the left toes behind the right heel and just gently push the feet in closer towards you, keeping the legs as straight as possible. That feels good for you. Gently, you'll now bend in the right leg as the ankle finds your left thigh, and you're going to bend in the left knee. Take both hands around the left leg and start to pull those legs in towards your chest gently for a reclined pigeon pose, keeping both feet flexed to protect your knees. And make sure that you're breathing and you're relaxed. Inhale, extend both legs out again, flexing the feet. This time your right foot will tuck behind the left heel. Start to pull those legs in closer towards you. That left foot will start to slide down the right, and the right knee will bend. Your hands will go around the right leg for your reclined pigeon pose. Keep both feet flexed and breathe. extend both legs up towards the ceiling again, flexing in both feet, engaging the core. And then as you exhale, bring your right knee into the chest as your left leg extends out onto the floor. Take a moment to just rock that right knee side to side, releasing any tension and opening up that hip. From here, you're going to start to extend that right leg up towards the ceiling, grabbing hold of your calf, your ankle, your foot. Maybe you want a strap here. And again, like we did with both legs, you're going to start to flex the foot and point the foot. Inhale, you flex the foot. Exhale, point the toes. Inhale, flex the foot. Exhale, point the toes. Maybe start to pull the leg in just a little bit more. Inhale, flex. Exhale, point and gently pull. Move with your breath. Find your rhythm. Exhale. Now you're going to extend in the right leg down to the mat. Switching sides, you'll bring the left knee into your chest. You'll start by just rocking that knee side to side. Together we'll extend in that left leg entirely now. Grab hold of your calf, your ankle, your foot. Maybe grab your strap. And from here you're going to begin to point and flex that foot again. Inhale, you flex your foot. Exhale, you point your toes. Inhale, flex. Exhale, point. Remember, you can add a gentle pull in towards you with your exhales, just deepening into that leg if it feels good for you. Exhale, gently release that foot down onto the mat. You're going to tuck your knees into your chest again. Take a moment, sway the knees side to side if that feels good for you. And from here, you're going to rock yourself forward and step or hop, finding your own way into your downward facing dog. Take a moment to yourself in that downward facing dog, pedaling out the feet. Notice how you're feeling here. If your hamstrings are feeling tight, keeping those knees bent. Together now we'll inhale, reach the right foot up towards the ceiling and then drop the toes to the mat. Inhale, kick the foot up. Exhale, drop the foot down to the mat. Inhale, kick up. Exhale, release. This time we're going to inhale the leg up, and as you exhale, tuck the knee into your chest. Step your foot to the outside of the right hand. Hold here in our active lizard pose, rocking back and forth for a moment, becoming aware of any tightness that you may be feeling already in the body. From here, you're going to drop the back knee, flatten the foot behind you, finding our low lizard pose. Breathe here. Keep that right hand into the mat. The left arm is now going to reach behind you, grabbing hold of that left foot. Exhale, gently release hold of the foot and then find your variation of your lizard pose having your hands on a mat, or if you want to take it a little bit further, you can drop your elbows down to the mat, or if you want a little bit more height, drop your elbows onto a block in front of you. Focusing on breathing and relaxing the body here. Together we'll come up onto our hands if we're not already. You're going to start to heel toe that right foot to the center of the mat. When you're ready, inhale, reach the arms up to the ceiling, find your low lunge. Sinking your hips down towards the mat, keeping your shoulders away from your ears. Inhale, together we're going to extend in the front leg. Exhale, forward fold over the leg. Inhale, shift the hips forward, arms reach back up into low lunge. Exhale, shift your hips back, straighten the front leg. Inhale, reach forward, come back into that low lunge. Exhale, shift back into your half split pose. Inhale, roll forward, low lunge, really sink the hips down, keep the core engaged. Exhale, shift back, straighten the front leg. Inhale, we roll forward, reach the arms up, and exhale, shift back. Inhale, together we come forward, and this time we're going to come forward, hold here in our low lunge a little bit longer, and then exhale, drop the hands to the mat. You're going to heel toe the foot all the way to the left now, as you drop your knee over to the right, finding your pigeon pose. Inhale, find length in the spine here. Breathe. Make sure your hips are square to face the front as much as they can. Maybe you find your hip on a block if that feels good for you. You'll now take your left hand behind you, grab hold of that left foot and start to pull that foot in just gently. Really deepening the stretch into our quads now. Exhale, carefully drop that leg behind you. You'll inhale, find length in the spine. And now as you exhale, coming into our full pigeon pose, you're going to drop to the elbows maybe. Or if it feels good for you, you're going to extend the arms out entirely, releasing the forehead to the mat and just breathing here in our pigeon pose. Trying to keep the hips square to face the front. The more you have that right leg open up into a 90-degree angle, the more you're going to feel that stretch. So really adjust the body in any way that feels good for you, and breathe here. Remember, we don't want to be feeling any sort of pain. Inhale, we'll lift the chest back up, and now you're going to swing the left leg, bringing it in front of you. Place your left ankle onto your right knee, and your left knee is stacked over the right ankle. And we're going to hold here in our double pigeon pose, really opening up the hips here. Focusing on sitting up tall and breathe. Placing your left hand on that left knee, and if you feel the opening, maybe just gently start to guide that knee down towards the foot a bit more. From here, you'll swing that leg back behind you, and together we're going to transition into our downward facing dog, however you like. Maybe you want to go through a flow, or maybe you just want to step back into downward facing dog. We're going to meet here in our downward facing dog. When you're ready now, inhale, lift the left leg up. Exhale, tap the mat. Inhale, kick the leg up to the ceiling. Exhale, tap the toes onto the mat. Inhale, the leg goes up. Exhale, you tap the mat. Inhale, this time the leg goes up. And as you exhale, you're going to step that left foot to the outside of the left hand, finding our active lizard pose here. Maybe shifting your weight forwards and back. Notice how that feels in the body. Exhale, drop the knee behind you, flatten the foot and hold in our relaxed lizard pose. Keep that right hand into the mat. The left arm is now going to reach behind you, grabbing hold of that right foot, and just gently pull that foot in towards you, getting a nice stretch into that right quad. Exhale, gently release hold of the foot and then find your variation of your lizard pose. Maybe that's dropping the elbows to the mat, maybe onto a block, or maybe staying up on your hands and breathing here. Together we'll come up onto our hands. Start to heel toe the left foot to the center of the mat. Find your low lunge. Sink the hips down to the mat as your arms reach up to the ceiling, but your shoulders stay relaxed and away from the ears. Inhale, extend in the front leg, and exhale, diving over the leg. Inhale, shift your weight forward, low lunge. Exhale, shift your hips back into your half split pose. Inhale, low lunge. Exhale, half split pose. Inhale, shift forward, low lunge. And exhale, half split. Inhale, low lunge. Exhale, half split. Inhale, low lunge. Hold here for a breath. And then as you exhale, hands to the mat, continue to heel toe the left foot over to the right as your knee drops to the left, finding your pigeon pose. Finding length in the spine here and breathing. Taking your right hand for that right foot, start to pull that foot in closer. Keeping your chest facing the front as much as you can. And breathe here. Exhale, release that foot. Inhale, find length in the spine. Exhale, release down into your pigeon pose. Maybe that's on your elbows. Maybe that's extending your arms out entirely. Together we'll start to walk the hands towards us again, lifting the chest. You're going to swing the right leg in front of you again, placing the ankle onto your left knee as your right knee stacks over the left ankle. And sitting up tall, breathing here. Again, if you'd like to take that right hand onto the right knee to guide it gently closer towards that foot, you can. Holding here and breathing deeply, relaxing the body. exhale, start to swing that leg behind you again and finding your transition into your downward facing dog. Taking a nice long deep breath in that downward facing dog, you'll now inhale the right leg up. Exhale, step that foot in between your hands, finding our low lunge for a moment here again, keeping the toes tucked behind you this time. Exhale, extend in the front leg, half split pose. You can stay right here in your half split pose if that's all you feel is good for you today. Or if you'd like, you're going to start to extend both legs coming into your full split pose. I want you to make sure that you're keeping both feet flexed and your hips are squared to face the front. This will really help with your split pose. Working on keeping that alignment to help you get further into your split pose. Together we'll now start to gently heel toe the feet back together. Find your half split pose if you're not in that already. Inhale, shift forward, reach the arms up into your low lunge. And exhale, hands to the mat, step back into downward facing dog. When you're ready, you'll inhale the left leg up to the ceiling. Exhale, step that foot in between the hands, drop the back knee. You're keeping the toes tucked under this time as you reach the arms up into that low lunge. Exhale, finding your half split pose. Again, we can hold here, or you're going to transition yourself into your full split pose, keeping both feet flexed to keep that alignment. And maybe grabbing a block if you need, and placing that block underneath your left leg if you need that support. Breathe here. Try to keep the spine long. When you're ready, start to bring the legs in together again, finding your half split pose. Inhale, roll forward, find that low lunge. And exhale, hands to the mat, step back into downward facing dog. Pedaling out the feet, breathing here just for a moment. And when you're ready, you're going to drop the knees to the edges of the mat, toes together behind you. Sink your hips back into that child's pose. Release the body and just breathe. Thank you so much for joining me in today's practice. I hope that this practice benefited you. If you have any questions, please leave comments down below, or you can send me a personal message on my Instagram page and I'll be happy to help you. Please remember to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and hit the notification bell so we can continue to flow together.